Chuck Swanberg. I am an employee of New Mexico Aero Services. We provide maintenance and flight services for general aviation in central New Mexico. On some days I will work on engines and propellers. On other days I will work on airframes, that is wings and elevators and ailerons. Other days I will work on electronics, instruments. I love what I do. I love coming here, and I love working with the people that I work with. My pathway to this job occurred in 1966 when I was at a preschool indoctrination program for the U.S. Navy at Patuxent River Naval Air Station. I was stationed there temporarily while waiting to go to my technical school, which was in Bainbridge, Maryland. I worked at the Weapons Test Center at the Patuxent River NAS, and while I was there, I went to the Civilian Aero Club, which was on base, and achieved my private pilot's license. I quit flying for nearly 30 years and had a career with the city of Albuquerque. Went to college, had a family, and when I retired, I returned to aviation, bought an airplane, decided that I didn't like paying other people for doing the work that I could do just as well, and went to Central New Mexico Community College and spent 2.5 years there earning a degree in aviation maintenance technology. I then tested with the Federal Aviation Administration and received my certification card, sometimes called a Charles Taylor card. As an aside, Charles Taylor was the Wright brothers mechanic who built the motor for their very first airplane. My high school experience in reality didn't do very much for my future career goals because I was an Army brat. My father was in the military. We moved all over the world. And from first grade to graduating high school at Rio Grande High School in the South Valley in Albuquerque, I went to 14 different schools. I was a poor student, I was rebellious, and made only mediocre grades during the entire time I was in school. However, when I graduated from high school, it was at the height of the Vietnam War, and rather than wait for my selective service induction, I went and joined the Navy. The best thing that ever happened to me was boot camp. When I got out of boot camp and returned to civilian life, I went to Southwest Business College and was working toward my computer programming certifications. As while I was in the service, I had worked on military computers. I then started a business with a friend, and we then graduated our security business, and we both joined the police department in Grants, New Mexico, where I spent a year, and then I went to the Albuquerque Police Department and spent 23 years there. I retired from there, worked in the movie industry for a number of years, and then the mayor of Edgewood contacted me. He was a friend of mine, and asked if I would be interested in helping them form a police department. I spent a year being the chief of police in Edgewood, and then retired from that and went to C&M to get my A&P license. That was a 2.5-year degree program that I attended there. And the best thing I can say for when I left the service was the service taught me how to pay attention and instill some self-discipline in a rather unruly young man. I got very good grades, and one of the things that resulted in was I was recruited by about 5 different aviation agencies, including Boeing, even though at that point I was already beyond normal retirement age. What I tell students and kids who are interested in careers today is that aviation is a good place to go, and it's not going to matter whether you want to work on airplanes, whether you want to fly airplanes, or whether you want to sit in the office and dispatch airplanes. Jobs are going crying today, and the industry is opening up a great deal more for women. My A&P class graduated 2 women, one of which is now working with Virgin Galactic at the spaceport in southern New Mexico, and has quite a good career going for her. So I will encourage the girls to look at that. STEM programs, attend them. That is the science, technology, electronics, and mechanics programs. Pay attention to them. That's where the world is going.